Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me. I'm David Duffy, and I'd like to welcome you to the last of four webinars focusing on the big trends for digital PR in 2013. Today, we're going to look at how PR must engage a mobile future. I'm joined by Will Jones, and in the next 10 minutes or so, we're going to focus on the changing way we consume information on the move. The shift towards visually compelling and engaging PR on a mobile or a tablet or a smartphone is definitely here to stay. We're going to look at why mobile needs to be at the center of everything you do next year. So welcome, Will.
Thank you.
There seems to be no stop in the growth of smartphones, and particularly this year, tablets.
Yes, well, the figures vary, but we have definitely seen a big increase in the amount of smartphones and tablets being bought, and also an increase in people accessing them, both to use the internet and to download and buy applications. I mean, the popularity of these devices is plain to see. For instance, if you just take a stroll down the high street, you'll spot people, both young and old, using their phone. And although not as widely used at the moment, tablets aren't far behind in popularity. They're increasing, and many predict that both smartphones and tablets will be even more popular than desktop computers by 2015.
Have you got some numbers on that growth?
Well, according to a study I've read, about 56% of UK consumers now own a smartphone. In 2010, 13% of people actually own a smartphone. So that's a massive increase in the past 2 years. They reckon over 1 billion smartphones have now been sold across the world. And that's an astronomical figure. And we can only see that percentage of people using smartphones in whatever way increasing, whether that's accessing the internet, purchasing items, or using social media. I mean, this is definitely an interesting figure and something that needs to be thought about within the PR industry.
Is the same true for tablets?
Well, this year, 11% of the UK own a tablet. 2% of households own a tablet in 2010. So that's a massive jump within 2 years.
Huge growth rate.
And we can only see tablet device sales growing in the coming years. With lower prices, a better selection of devices, and more market opportunities, tablet sales are set to explode in 2013. Creating awareness for a brand through engaging with people on a tablet platform will ultimately become part of a PR strategy. So this is something that's very relevant to the PR industry.
So what's in it for PR?
Well, quite simply, the answer is growth.
Okay.
More money is expected to be pumped into the mobile industry. Companies are wanting to keep up with the consumer appetite for content and conversations across a range of formats, channels, platforms, audiences, and device types. Industries are now starting to recognize that mobile is becoming the place where their audiences are connecting with companies. And basically, people are using mobile platforms to ultimately work out a product or service's value. So all in all, it's very important for the PR industry to take notice, because at the end of the day, it's their job to help these audiences communicate and connect with companies.
So where do you think, Will, that the PR industry itself is in terms of its current use of mobile platforms?
Well, mobile technology is moving at such a fast pace at the moment. I believe it's hard for really any agency to grasp what needs to be done.
Okay.
Mobile is not yet really fully understood as a mainstream marketing channel, and yet it's about to change everything. 2013 will see the most disruptive shift in marketing and business since probably the invention of the web. For too long, businesses have treated web as sort of the be-all and end-all in a digital strategy, with mobile and tablet just sort of on the back burner and behind the scenes.
Okay, let's talk brass tacks here. How can we take a brand mobile?
That's a good question, David, and it's something that really is still developing in the industry. In a recent study into mobile behavior carried out by an agency called Foolproof, almost 50% of respondents said they stopped dealing with a brand completely because of a poor mobile product or service. And that's a massive figure. Mobile needs to be at the core of a campaign right from its start, right from its conception. You could probably break down how to take a brand mobile into four big points.
Okay, let's take a look at your 4 points. Well, the first of them is seems very basic, seems very straightforward. Develop your mobile strategy.
That's it. A lot of companies create brilliant ideas for mobile applications and adverts. I mean, there's a lot of ideas out there. There's a lot of great ideas, but essentially you don't need great ideas. You need ideas that help your client's core business.
Okay.
Position your application and make it relevant to what your client does. Because at the end of the day, you need to make money. Apps are engaging and entertaining, but they may not add long-term value to your business. Apps should be part of a business strategy as a whole. Your mobile strategy really needs to acknowledge that mobile devices are used on the move or whilst multitasking. So most importantly, you need to make sure that people know about your mobile strategy through using PR techniques to promote it.
Okay, the next one is develop your mobile specific brand guidelines.
Well, this basically just requires a knowledge of which devices you want to be on, which smartphones, which tablets, and obviously the operating systems, so iOS, Android, Windows. You need a good, thorough understanding of your business goals and your user goals, and you need those skills in interaction design, visual design, and copywriting.
Okay. Now you can't just drop anything onto a mobile platform, so you've got here design-specific mobile products and services.
That's it. I mean, with a clear strategy and strong up-to-date mobile guidelines, you're now in a good position to design a mobile experience. You shouldn't just assume that your mobile presence is the same as your web presence. You need to do things differently on a mobile platform. And I think probably some agencies struggle with this. It's pretty tricky technical work. And it's probably worth checking out some of the high-quality creative agencies out there. Outsourcing the work is probably well worth your time and money.
Okay, and so the fourth point, like anything with technology, it's always changing. This one is keep improving and evolving.
That's it. The world of mobile is still new and developing fast. Brands must continually listen to users and observe their behavior to grow their mobile presence and stay ahead of competitors. Because ultimately, if you don't listen to what's going on, your competitors will.
Okay, let's talk about some examples now. Who's using mobile? Who do you think is using mobile well at the moment?
Well, before starting a mobile campaign, I think companies at the most basic level need to make sure that their existing websites are reformatted to be used on a smartphone or tablet. More and more people are looking at companies on their phone or tablet. Mm-hmm. If you look at this example, we can see how this one website is being designed for different resolutions. This was done by an architect. You can see on the left-hand side, that's just sort of his basic website. In the middle, okay, you can see sort of the tablet resolution there.
Okay. And
then on the right-hand side, he's sort of reformatted it for a mobile phone.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Very good. Any others?
Yes. I mean, there's some brilliant companies out there really pushing the boundaries and creating exciting applications. There's one company called Erasmus. Now they're based in the UK and Australia. They're pioneering a concept called augmented reality image recognition.
Okay. They
basically create things that help make magazines, newspapers, and things in store really come to life on your smartphone. They've created a brilliant free app called Erasmus, and it basically recognizes images and symbols and delivers them into a digital content and sends them to videos, animations, audio, web pages.
Okay.
I'd really like to show you some of their work.
Okay.
So this was something done for Jamie Oliver's new 15-minute meals cookbook.
Right.
So I'll let Jamie Oliver explain in this video.
Okay, so we're gonna have a look at this video. It lasts about a minute or so, and obviously, depending on your bandwidth, we'll see how we get with this.
You're going to love this bit. Simply point the inbuilt camera at any recipe in the book or the newspaper, and it will take you immediately to the relevant digital meal card. Hold the device horizontally like a landscape painting, with the home key ideally at the right. Make sure you're not covering up the camera with your hand. Now line up the camera over any full-page image in the book. Try and get the whole picture in the shot. Hold the device still and watch the app do its magic. When the image appears on your screen, you'll see the buttons on either side to view that relevant meal card or grab and save the bonus content. You can then move away from the picture. If you don't want to view the content, just close the window.
So as you can see, the user used the phone to scan an image on the cookbook, and that created sort of video. Now, that can be used in newspapers, magazines, in stores. I mean, and the opportunities with that are really limitless. And so that's just one snapshot of a forward-thinking creative agency that are using mobile well.
Yeah, that's really quite exciting. That really is quite cutting edge, I would imagine. So I'll keep my eyes open for that one. Anything else you've got, Will?
Well, yeah, I mean, at the South by Southwest 2013 festival, it's basically like a music and film technology festival in Austin, Texas. Wagner Edstrom, a worldwide PR agency, tried to raise awareness of themselves at this festival.
Okay.
So they developed a free mobile application for Windows Phone 7 and for iPhones. It was called Hotspots. Now, the Hotspots app singled out the most popular nearby parties and talks within the festival using Foursquare.
Okay.
Wagner Edstrom then promoted the application using a WeDig hashtag.
Okay. Well, that certainly looks like an interesting combination of technologies there.
Yeah, definitely. This was an interesting campaign, and it used something that we call a solo-mo paradigm.
Solo-mo, what's
Solo-mo, yeah, it's quite a strange abbreviation, really. It's basically the convergence of social, local, and mobile media on one mobile platform. So in this context, the Hotspots app singled out the idea that the event, Foursquare sort of found it,
right.
And Twitter was used to promote it with the WeDig hashtag. So it's basically a mixture of all media being used for one purpose on one mobile platform.
Absolutely fantastic. I love that kind of thing. How well was it received, Will?
Well, within a 12-month period, it captured the attention of about 4,000 festival goers. 1 out of every 5 of the 19,000 festival goers had the app installed on the mobile device. And on Twitter, there was over like 900 mentions. So all in all, it went pretty well over the 12 months.
Fantastic. Those are some lovely examples. Will, thank you very much for that and for sharing some of those examples with us. That's all we've got time for in this webinar. And that was our final webinar in this first mini-series where we looked at the big trends in digital PR in 2012. Or for 2013, of course, we're looking ahead to next year. All 4 webinars are available. Well, this webinar will be available tomorrow, and then all 4 webinars will be available on demand at the website hammerkit.com. Of course, if you have any questions on what you've heard today or would like to provide feedback on the webinar, please feel free to use the details that are on screen at the moment. Once again, thank you. Have a good, what remains of this afternoon, and a Merry Christmas to everybody from everybody at Hammerkit. Thank you.